All right, this video is to demonstrate how we're going to take notes for the 5 themes of geography. There's 3 things that you're going to need. You're going to need a pencil, the reading titled 5 Themes of Geography, and your Cornell Notes. First thing you're going to do is write your name on your paper and indicate what hour you're in. And you can do that on both papers, just like this. Okay. The next thing, you'll notice that the titles match 5 Themes of Geography, the 5 Themes of Geography. Our essential question is, what are the 5 themes of geography? Okay. Next, we are going to number our paragraphs of the text to match the corresponding picture. So for example, we've got a globe here and a globe here. So paragraph 1, paragraph 1. And we'll do that for all 5 paragraphs. Or you could even call them sections. So we'll see that these match. So this would be section 2. Okay. Then we've got, this picture actually matches here on the back, but we'll number it here, paragraph 3, okay? You can also go ahead and just write 3 because it's continued on the back side, okay? Paragraph 4, here. And then lastly, you'll flip your notes over, 5 and 5, region, okay? The next thing you can do, actually, we could have did this when we numbered our paragraphs. We'll add in the theme for each section. So location for paragraph 1. Then we've got place. Okay. The next is human, environment. And I'm just kind of running out of room, so I would suggest writing a little smaller. Interaction. It's also known as HEI, so you can write that abbreviation too. Okay. 4 is movement. And last but not least, we've got region. So those are our 5 themes. Now we need to learn more about what each one is. So again, you'll have your pencil in hand, and please follow along as I read. I'll also be stopping to underline important information that eventually will go into your notes or my notes. Okay. The theme of location answers the question, where is it? The answer to this question can take 2 forms. One way to tell where something is located is called absolute location. This is where you tell a location using latitude and longitude. I'm going to stop right there. Absolute location is important as it's bolded. So I'm going to underline, tell where something is located is called absolute location. And then I'm going to also underline latitude and longitude. Okay. The absolute location of Wichita is 37 degrees north latitude and 97 degrees west longitude. Sometimes we give a location without using latitude and longitude. Sometimes you tell a location using words. Relative location tells where a place is located by describing what is nearby. Okay, that also is important. Again, it goes with the theme location, so I'm going to underline that. Relative location tells where a place is located by describing what is nearby. The relative location of Mead Middle School could be described as down the street from Quick Trip. Okay, before I go into paragraph 2, I'm actually going to record some notes here. Again, absolute location is really important as well as relative, so I'm going to make sure that those are the stars of my notes. Absolute, and then I'm also going to write relative. All right. For absolute location, it's something that we use latitude, and longitude. Okay. An example would be Wichita equals 37 degrees north and 97 degrees west. Okay, relative location, it describes what is nearby. So, an example in the text is that Mead Middle School is just right down the street from Quick Trip. Another example I could think of is I live about 5 minutes north of the YMCA. All right, section 2, place. Place is like a mental picture of a place with the people going about their daily lives. Every place on earth has its own special qualities that make it different from other places. The differences could be due to the land itself or the people who live there. Okay, well, right away I'm seeing a difference. Place, land is about land or the people. I'll just underline land and people and keep reading to see what more the text is going to tell me. We refer to natural qualities of the land as physical characteristics. Physical characteristics are things that we can describe about the land which are caused by nature, not by people. Okay, there gives me some information about land. Okay, physical characteristics, I'm going to underline that. There are things that we can describe about the land, okay? So it's about the land, and it's caused by nature. Okay, that's important. This includes climate, landforms, native plants and animals, types of soil, and of course, etc. The list could go on. I'll also underline those examples. The natural features of a place do not give us a complete picture of what the place is like, though. The people living in the area also make a place unique. The qualities of an area due to the people who live there are called human characteristics. Okay, this is what it was talking about earlier. So, human characteristics due to the people who live there. Okay, are called human characteristics. Okay, I'm going to essentially underline most of that sentence. Okay, I'm going to keep reading. Each place has a unique group of people with their own culture, religion, language, clothing, building styles, government ideas. Okay, so now they've given me examples of human characteristics. I'll underline culture, religion, language, clothing, building styles, and government ideas, and of course, the list could go on. The physical characteristics of the subtropical island of Key West, Florida are very similar to the nearby island of Cuba. The human characteristics of Spanish-speaking communist Cuba are very different from English-speaking democratic Key West, Florida. All right, so now it's time to transfer some notes. Well, we're going to split it up into physical characteristics and human characteristics. Okay, so both of these things describe a place. For physical characteristics, it's about the natural qualities of a place. Okay, it's about the land. Okay, and basically things you can see. Or touch. So, for example, and it gives us, we underline some, and again, we don't need to write down every single example, but you can pick 2 or 3 that you'd like to write down. For me, I would like to write down Landforms and plants are examples of physical characteristics. Okay, so now human characteristics. This is about the people who live there. Okay? And examples, I'll just pick 2, and you can also pick your own, as we know that that's not a complete list, but I'm going to put languages, the different languages of people, and then also religion. Okay, perfect. Let's go to paragraph 3. Human-environment interaction, or HEI, describes how people change the environment they live in, how their lives are different because of the natural characteristics of the area they live in. Okay. So I'm going to underline how people change the environment. Okay. And then I'll also underline how lives are different because of the environment or the natural characteristics. People impact their environment when they change the shape of the land, digging with machines, when they clear a natural area for farming or to build on, as well as when they pollute. Damming a river, cutting down a forest, digging up natural resources, and creating landfills all affect the environment. The environment we live in also affects our lives in many ways. Okay, I'm going to underline that because that's similar to what I've already read, so it must be really important. The climate of an area controls the crops that people can grow, the clothes they wear, and many daily activities. The food people eat depends on what crops and farm animals are adapted to live in the climate of the area. People also build their houses very differently depending on what the climate is like and what building materials are available in the area. All right, so just like we've been doing, we're going to separate it into kind of different sections. So first we're going to do people, change the land, and the environment affects the people. Okay, so and go ahead on your own, write examples for each. They're both found in the text. So for people change the land, an example would be, it's on the second page. Let's see here. Okay, actually, we've got it on the first page. Okay, so when you clear an area for farming, that's how people change the land. Okay. And then turn the page over, you've got more. Okay, pollution. Or if we clear land to build new things. Okay, now it's your turn. I'd like for you to write down in 1 or 2 examples of how the environment affects the people. And then I'd like for you to read section 4 and section 5 on your own and take your notes. Like always, after you're done with your notes, you're going to review them, and then on the back, there's space for you to answer the essential question. All right, you all, let's go ahead and continue our work.